In cases where a console log statement is not enough and you need deeper insights, you want to really dig into your application. In such cases, you can use the Chrome developer tools. There, under Sources, you find your source code. Now, the place where you find it can differ. You should find it here under Webpack, in this .dot folder. There is a source file, and in there you find your actual TypeScript files even, thanks to a concept called source maps. Now, here we could dive into the recipes folder and through the recipes page TypeScript file, and you can now set a breakpoint here in the Chrome DevTools. Now, this means that when I now reload this page, code execution will actually stop, as you can see, and it stops in this line where I placed the breakpoint. And there you can now inspect what's inside of this. So what does this refer to? And what's inside my recipe service? Okay, there we have this array of 2 recipes. And what is the result of get recipes, which is therefore stored in this recipes? Well, let's move on to the next line so that this line gets executed. You can move through the code with the controls down there. And would now step into the get all recipes function. If I click that, we are now in get all recipes, and now we're in the service and can inspect that too. Step out, goes back, and goes into the new line here. Now we loaded the recipes, and we can inspect our recipes here, and we see, okay, we got the schnitzel and so on. Now, once you got the information you want, you can press the play button here, and code execution continues. Now we can again go here, delete that, and go back, and oh, here again, we notice this never executes again. Otherwise, we would have paused because the breakpoint is still there. So this is the extra insight we can get. And with breakpoints, you can, of course, inspect everything in your code here. Now, the Chrome developer tools, by the way, are very powerful. And therefore, in the last lecture of this module, you'll find additional resources where you can dive way deeper into these dev tools to get the most out of them. I'm only showing the basics here in this module. I'll not dive into every single feature you can use. So, this is how we can use breakpoints and console log. What else can we do? How else could we debug our application?